Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play WazHack. And I should warn you up front, if you hear any peculiar noises today, it seems to be a peculiar noise kind of day. There are gale force winds howling by outside, threatening to rip my windows from their frames, and my refrigerator's kind of making a weird gurgling noise. Because I have a combined living room kitchen, so you might pick up sounds from the refrigerator while it's having a strop, but hopefully not. Let's continue with Sibir the Unseen, shall we? I actually can't remember where we'd got to with all this. It was a couple of days ago that I last recorded, so let's see what we've got on us. We're carrying some stuff, which we're probably not going to use. Blessed -1 Cornu Thaun doesn't really interest me. Cursed Black Hood, as I recall, became cursed and -4 because of a cursed scroll we read, but the nymph, I think, the water nymph, stole it right off our head, so she actually saved us a little bit there. Visored Helm is something we can't really use as a thief, but we might be able to sell it for some cash. Similarly, Metal Gauntlets. Can't do much about the Cursed Veil at the moment. So our equipment is nothing to get excited about. We have a few gems, which are probably just normal gems. A sack, which I think contains some things. Yes, which haven't been turned into money, so I guess it's just a normal sack. So actually, I'm going to just throw that away. Don't have any particular interest in just carrying a normal sack. One of you pointed out in the comments, and I know I always kind of go one of you, rather than naming anyone, but, names I can't remember offhand unless I write them down, and then that's not offhand, I guess. Someone pointed out in the comments that a sack can be a Midas sack, but a bag can be a bag of holding. So a sack can't be a bag of holding, and a bag can't be a Midas sack. I think that's the right way around. So, since nothing turned into gold when we put it in this sack, that means it's not a Midas sack, and it can't be a bag of holding because it's a sack, not a bag. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Okay, what else have we got? We've got a lamp. Don't know whether it's blessed or cursed, whether it's an oil lamp or a genie lamp, no idea. Little bit of food, but we're going to need more pretty quickly. And a toroidal amulet, which we haven't identified. We've also got a few spells, but we're not really a spellcasting class. Not fully. Bow, arrows, uncursed +1 dagger, and a cursed wand of teleportation with 12 charges. Of course, being cursed, it's glued to our left hand, but it is at least a good escape method, and it has 12 charges, so that's probably the best thing we have going for us at the moment. Which isn't saying a lot, really. Going to have a rest, get some health back. But yeah, if our cursed wand of teleportation is the best thing we have in our favour, then it's a pretty sad state of affairs. But we'll press on and see what we can do. I think we've already explored this floor and then we went back up one for some reason. So, let's see what this shopkeeper has for us. Amulet, ring, 1 scroll of identify. Okay. You will probably remember from the previous videos that the current plan is to focus on identifying our wands as much as possible. There have been a couple of suggestions to do with things like focusing on identifying weapons instead. I think a lot of weapons are just normal weapons, so I'm not entirely convinced by that, but I might start to incorporate that as we go along. The most important facet, though, as one or two people have pointed out, is that having a plan and rigidly sticking to it is making me think more carefully about everything I do as I move around. Each time I do anything, I think, how does this fit into my plan? And it's arguably that, rather than actually having wands identified, that's improving our success rate here. So, we need to upgrade the talent. We can't take another level of magic precision, but that's okay, because I'm not desperately keen on that anyway. Silence would be tempting, but so would first aid. Getting dual wield at the moment wouldn't make a lot of sense because we have a cursed wand in our left hand, so he couldn't dual wield anyway. Commerce would get us more money. One day, it might be worth me trying out putting levels into commerce and just seeing how that affects our performance. But for today, I think I'm going to take a level of silence. You know how much I hate being disrupted by those doors that are all over the place. So, I'll take these shoes for now as well. So the ability to sneak past those doors is a welcome advantage. And it can, in its own way, be a game changer, because sort of enticing enemies out from one of those doors, particularly one of the large doors that throw out ogres and things, or even the ones that throw out dwarves, one of those can easily ruin a whole run if you're not well equipped. So being able to sneak past them could actually be a lifesaver. So I have no objections to putting some of my talent points into stealth. I'll continue killing these things. Taking a lot of damage, but we're getting there. We're getting through them all, at least. Okay, we're full now, so we're not in as desperate a need of food as I feared we might have been soon. So that's okay. Can you hear the wind? It seems extremely loud in here. I don't know if the mic's picking it up. Another scroll of identify. So how many have we got now? We've got 2. That's not many. It's really not many. And considering that at present we only have the one wand, although it's tempting to use a scroll of identify to try and ID one or both of these amulets, I think it makes more sense to save our limited supply of 2 scrolls for when we do eventually pick up another wand. Because the only wand we've got is this teleport, and we're going to need to know what the next wand is when we pick it up. 2 more scrolls of identify and a scroll that we haven't used before. Okay. What do we have? Emerald potion. Some gems, of course, but there's a good chance that none of them are practical gems at all. I'm going to cast Haste Self. And then I'm going to throw this emerald potion. We don't know what it was. What else can I cast? Create monster lightning sleep. I'm going to try sleep on him. Didn't work. Remember that we can... Crap, we failed. Okay. Remember that we can teleport him away. There we go. Of course, he'll be back soon, but it should... unless that thing comes in. I was going to say it should buy us some time to have a rest. That's an empty chest, so let's just ignore it. We don't really have anything else to throw. Okay, we need to teleport this bastard away as well. I'm not happy about having to use up 2 of our teleport charges there. I mean, I know we had 12, which is quite a lot, but... oh. Ugh. But it's not really a lot, it's just relatively a lot. Okay, there's the dwarf again, and another, probably the same kobold zombie. So I'm going to teleport us this time. Okay. There's a good chance that enemies will come upon us while we're resting. So I'm going to try casting sleep again. Wow. He's resisting sleep. Okay. Great. Well, there wasn't a lot I could do there. I mean, I had no potions. My teleport just passed straight through him. Yeah, I feel like there wasn't a great deal I could have done to redeem that. So let's just move on to the next one, shall we? We'll have a quick look at our items. Mine's 2 Helm of Telepathy. Well, we wouldn't have won that anyway. Gauntlets of Dexterity. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no combat gems at all. Oil lamp was just oil. Amulet of Life Saving. If we'd known, that would have literally saved our lives. Although whether it would have been enough for us to actually kill that dwarf, I have my doubts. I mean, he, 4, 5 hitted us? I'm not sure we could have taken him out in 4 or 5 turns, even if we'd had our life saved by that amulet. Scroll of Teleportation would have been good to know about. But it would have just been an extra teleport away. I mean, the one thing I could have done differently would have been to teleport myself away from that situation. But for all you know, that will teleport you into a tougher position. So I hoped to get rid of him, but no such luck. Oh well, let's start over, shall we? Okay. So, what shall we be this time? I'm going to be a knight. I haven't been a knight for a while. Primarily because I don't really think he's a very good character. I prefer the Valkyrie for melee purposes. I'll put a couple more points into dexterity. Someone pointed out in the comments in one of the episodes that having a high charisma actually improves your chances of finding unique items and things. So, on the assumption that that information is correct, I'm going to leave my charisma relatively high. I usually take points out of charisma to boost up other stats, but let's dabble in having high charisma here. So we're going to be Mathis the Wanderer. Now, the knight is possible... Well, no, not my least favourite character. The bard is probably my least favourite. But he's one of my least favourites. Actually, I think the sorcerer might be the worst. But anyway, he has boots, ring mail, and a short sword. And that's pretty much it as far as the knight's advantages go. Obviously, he's a melee-centric character, but he doesn't have the melee power or efficacy of something like the barbarian or the vandal. So I think that's my major grievance with him, is he's very melee-focused, but not really in a way that's particularly effective. We need that. Oh, no, we don't. It's not going to explode. It's just a power stone. I thought it... Whoa! Okay. It will actually do that. I didn't know power stones could have that effect, including killing dogs, it seems. Well, let's eat some goblin innards. That almost killed us there as well. I don't know if we have any health potions. I don't think we have any potions at all, actually. Do we? No, we have 2 dark green potions. So, I will feed one of these to my dog. There we go. Potion of extra healing. Welcome back, whatever your name is. Don't think you have a name. Pet Dalmatian puppy. Let's name him. Let's name him Aristotle. Because he's a dog of great wisdom and insight. He almost certainly isn't, actually, but never mind. Maybe he will become so with a name like that. Going to ignore the spellbook for now. I know it's possible that the knight might be able to cast some simple spells. Yeah, you know what? Let's take it. Looks like the dog's gone downstairs. Although, that's kind of annoying, because there's still some stuff to check out on this floor. But yeah, I feel like the knight is very limited, in that obviously he isn't much of a spellcaster, but at the same time he isn't a very effective fighter either. That's been my general feeling while playing with the knight. Playing with the knight sounds like a euphemism. God, he spent the whole time just playing with the knight. Anyway, I'm not sure why I find the Valkyrie more effective. Maybe it's the range of talents. I think they have different talents available to them on level up. So I find the Valkyrie a bit more manageable as a melee character. Okay. Now, 1 or 2 people have suggested, why don't you focus on weapon precision when you're being a melee character? Sorry, not weapon precision, the other one. Weapon knowledge. Yeah, focus on weapon knowledge. Actually, I think one person suggested knowledge and one suggested precision. You can sense the better weapon when dual-wielding. Irrelevant, I don't plan to dual-wield. You can identify the quality of a weapon by using it, whatever. You can appraise weapons like a dwarvish smith. I don't even know what that means. But since I've never really used weapon knowledge, go on then. I'll humour you and take some levels in that. And spellbooks. I will try reading the spellbooks any moment now. In fact, I'll shut myself in here, and we can get reading in peace, hopefully. We'll probably struggle, yeah. Create monster, don't want that, so I'll just drop that. I keep absent-mindedly hitting D to drop things, like in most roguelikes. Doesn't work here, though, because of course you use WASD to move. Okay, magenta spellbook, too difficult. Yeah. And now we're not going to be able to read the other one while we're confused. So there's that. Okay. Another magenta spellbook, so presumably that's the same as the first one, so we'll just ignore that. Although I guess if the magenta spellbook we already have is cursed and this one isn't, that might do it. So let's drop that one, pick up that one, and have another go. Too difficult? Yeah. Okay, so it's just a difficult book. Never mind. Right then. We have a bit of meat. Might as well eat that jackal meat now before it starts to go bad. Otherwise, Power Stone could be useful. I didn't know they emitted lightning like that, so that could be a handy effect to know about. Otherwise, there isn't a lot here that's particularly useful. I will start reading the scrolls soon enough. We need to go back up before we can go down, it seems. I'll start reading the scrolls soon enough, but again, sticking to the wand ID plan at the moment. So I don't want to use an identify scroll until we have found at least one wand to use it on. So let's pick up this gem, kill the jackal. Meat? No meat. But that's okay. We're not suffering too badly with hunger at the moment. Okay. Cursed pink potion. I mean, it's good to know that it's cursed, at least. Better than not knowing. So, we've found some stuff. Let's see if we've got an identifier here. Yes. First up, the wand. Wand of teleportation with 7 charges. Of course, one of the most useful things we can know we have. Now, we have some extra identifiers left in that scroll, so let's go for the ring first. And curse +1 ring of adornment, which I think just improves our charisma. Yeah, that's okay. It's better than a bad effect. I'll eat the snake meat. Take the spellbook. And why don't we try reading the wrinkled spellbook? With great difficulty, you learn knock. 0% cast chance because we're covered in metal. What about the other book? With surprising ease, you learn wizard lock. Can we cast it? We can't. 0% cast chance. But wizard lock is a very, very useful spell. I'm going to start dropping some of these spell books because they're just taking up our pocket space, as it were. I'm going to hang on to the Book of Wizard Lock and the one that we haven't identified yet. Might be worth looking out for some leather and cloth armours, even though they'll protect us less, just so that we can start using Wizard Lock. In my view, it's one of the best spells in the game, and I think Wizard Lock was one of the main tools of some of our more successful characters, like the legendary Barome the Great. Pet, help me out here, will you? Thank you. I'm not going to eat those now, but I will take them. And I'll have a quick rest to get some health back. Yeah, I think Barome the Great, who was our most successful wizard character, and possibly still our most successful character to date, actually. Pet, help out. I think Barome the Great used Wizard Lock a great deal. Let's try out Cursed Pink Potion here. Cursed Potion of Levitation. Okay, I'm going to need extra healing. And then hopefully I can take them out. Come on. There you go. Hopefully that glut of kobolds has settled down now. And a goblin's coming. It seems loads of enemies are just chasing me down from the upper floors. I don't know how I missed them when I was up there. Alright, we can't take a second level of weapon knowledge at the moment. We need to take another level 1 talent. So, let's go for weapon precision. And close the door. Okay. Yeah, Wizard Lock can make the difference between a successful run and an unsuccessful run, in my view. So, if the opportunity comes up to wear some leather armour, or at least some non-metal armour of some description, it might be worth taking that chance. Just so that... Keep going. Just so that we can cast Wizard Lock. I don't know how much cast chance we'd have without all our metal stuff. You know what, it might actually be worth finding out. As long as there are no enemies in immediate range of us. Let's take off our ring mail and our short sword and see what our Wizard Lock cast chance is like. 8%. Not great. even with leather armor and stuff, we're going to struggle to find Wizard Lock very useful. I mean, it's a great crisis spell if you can fairly reliably cast it, but I think 8% is far too low to be useful. Maybe if we can find potions and such. Oh, need that Firestone. Okay. Firstly, it avoided killing our pet, and secondly, we actually know that's a Firestone now, so we can make informed use of it. So, yes, if we can find a way to increase our intelligence and or wisdom, I think it's intelligence is for casting, then we might actually be able to make some practical use of Wizard Lock. But as it stands, I think our cast chance is too low. So, I'm not going to rely on that too much. It's probably not going to be a game changer for this particular character. What's this? Spellbook of Knock. Don't want it. I will take the lamp. Another Scroll of Identify. But again, I'm hoping to hang on to Identifiers for use on wands. I'm going to avoid that door, because I don't feel like I'm well enough equipped or strong enough to handle it. I mean, a kobold was in serious danger of killing us a couple of floors up. And now we've got all this lot. Okay, it's tempting to use the Firestone. But I think, actually, I'm going to try out some potions. Cursed Murky Potion. Potion of Paralysis. And Yellow Potion. No idea. Sky Blue Potion. Gain Ability. Not what I was hoping for. And I'm going to drink Potion of Levitation. Which could be considered a waste of a Potion of Levitation. But I feel okay about it. So let's take level 2 weapon knowledge. You can identify the quality of a weapon by using it. We can't identify whether it's cursed or not, as far as I know. Can't pick stuff up off the floor at the moment, but this will wear off soon enough, I'm sure. Okay. Let's talk to this guy. Got any identifiers for me? He doesn't. He doesn't have any identifiers. He does have a potion of extra healing, which would be nice, but we can't afford it. What about if we sell him some crap? Let's sell him a Power Stone. What else? How about this Magenta Spellbook? It's probably not going to be a lot of good for us. Is that enough? 115, no. Okay, well, how about we sell you one of these unidentified gems? So that might be below its value, but it should allow me to buy the Potion of Extra Healing. There we go. That wasn't bad. Not a bad transaction. I feel okay about that. It's going to annoy me that I'm not able to pick stuff up off the floor, but that's my own fault. Thought I was being clever using Levitate. Okay, so we've got various meats. Identify another wand, so we will immediately identify that new wand. Like so. Wand of Cancellation with 5 charges. Now remember that Wand of Cancellation can remove a curse from a cursed item. So that's potentially a very useful effect. That is going to be absolutely full of rats. Can we handle it? No. No, we can't. Although, I suppose if we're going to fight something that comes charging out of one of these openings, a load of rats isn't that bad. And we do know that we have a Firestone if necessary. And a Potion of Extra Healing. But I'm reluctant to waste that on this situation. So. Dog, get in there. Oh, of course, they're rats that poison us as well. What a treat. Hit the rat! God damn it. Ugh. We do have an apple. Okay. So, we got those rats killed, at least. Don't want to eat rabid rat meat. We're actually not really hungry, so I'll just leave that alone for now. Have a rest, get some health back. Before we take this on again. Yes, investigate. More poisonous rats. Dog, help me out here. Wow, okay. Well, that went extremely badly. And this is why I'm reluctant to take on these doors and tunnels and things. Some people have remarked, no, you should definitely not avoid those because they'll give you, experience points, you can grind the monsters for levels. See what happens if you get overconfident. No grinding for levels. Let this be a lesson to you. And to me. So, let's see what possessions we've got. I didn't feel great about that run, to be honest, anyway. I mean, I felt like the one thing we had in our favour was that we knew we had a Firestone. Otherwise, we were kind of screwed in terms of our resources. Nothing hugely inspiring on the wand front. Only one potion, which we had to buy. Yeah, there wasn't a lot going for us here, really. Just the Firestone, essentially. But anyway, that was a couple of disappointing runs, but let's leave it there for today. Thanks for watching, as always, and rejoin me next time when we'll do some more WazHacking and see if we can actually pull something out of the bag a little bit. Until then, bye for now.